What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel where we do shit Colts way. Promised y'all a Forscan update video. I'm fixing to do that right now. My little dongle came in the mail, but for somebody that's never used Forscan, you used to have to like put in different codes on a spreadsheet. You don't have to do that anymore. But I want to show y'all from the very beginning what you would do at first. So let me show you that real quick before I get in the truck. So grab my mouse. So the first thing you need to do is go to forscan.org, okay? It's probably gonna pull up as this page. When you get to forscan.org, you're gonna go over here to products, click products, and then I have a Windows 10 computer, so I downloaded Forscan for Windows. If you got a Mac or whatever else, you'll download what you need, but I needed Forscan for Windows. So I downloaded that. Once you download that, it's gonna throw an app right here for Forscan. So download that, and then once you get that app, you won't be able to do anything with it until you get an extended license. You can get a 2-month free trial. I did that before, but I couldn't. I mean, it expired, and I use this. I'm going to use it again. So what I did is I got the 1 year. It was $10. So you'll click whatever one you want. 1 year, $10 over here. Order now. So I ordered it. And then it's going to bring you to another screen, and it's going to give you an activation code. Copy that activation code to your clipboard, or just copy it with your mouse. They'll send you email too, but you're going to need that activation code to do anything on Forscan. So once all that's done, you'll open the Forscan app right here. It's going to pull up, and then it's going to be blank. So what you'll do is you go to this little about, the steering wheel, click that, and then it's going to say, this is blacked out now because I already put my activation code in there. But there'll be a little bar here. You push it, and you just paste your activation code in there and press enter, and then it'll tell you, oh, you've got the extended license, blah, 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 registered, so you're good. But I wanted to let you know you have to do that stuff before you can even use Forscan. So once you get your extended license, you'll be good to go. And once I get back over to the truck, I'll tell you what we need to do from that point forward. But I want to show you, this is the OBD link that I got on Amazon. I'll leave a description in the video. And if somebody runs into the problem I had using this, it's not a problem. When you plug it into the computer, this is either going to turn yellow or red. Well, of course, I plugged it in, mine turned red. So what I had to do was hook it up. It was red. So then I went to this, it says go to this obdlink.com/drivers. So you'll go to that website and you'll download the driver on your computer. And then once I downloaded it, it turned yellow. And then once it's yellow, you'll be able to plug it in the port and continue. So let's go get in the truck and see what we can do. All right, so I've got the USB OBD thing plugged in my computer, and the other end in my OBD2 port. Focus. Okay, so what you're going to want to do first is go to the very top up here where this little eye's at. And then you'll go down here and you'll press connect to vehicle. It's going to, this connector I have saying it's not running as fast as it could. You can increase the baud rate. I just click yes, and this pops up on mine because I've already done this before. So I'm going to click yes, and then it's going to go through, and then it's going to connect. Right now you see it's already connected. Now it says ready. So we're in. So now what we'll do is we'll go to this little configuration and programming. And the old way you used to have to do it like, so I say I wanted to change something on the BCM. I would go to the as built, and then I'd go down here and press play. And then that's going to say, hey, here's a warning. You might blow up your truck. I mean, I've done worse. So now this is the old way. This is all confusing as crap. This sucks. So you'd have a spreadsheet and you'd be like, oh, so I want my headlights to do this at a certain time. So you'd go in here and you'd click and you'd erase it and do one. You'd change the number on one thing. Well, that sucks. That ain't Colts way. That's hard. So they've got a new way. So I'm going to stop that down here on the bottom. You saw my mouse. So what you go is you go back to the top up here, configuration and programming. And now we've got a body control module, not as built. So let's see what that's all about. So we're going to click that. And then it's going to read everything and locate in. Now it's in. So now everything's already, somebody's come in here and put what everything is. Snap. That's what I'm talking about. So let's do something real quick. Let me see if I can. Okay, so a lot of people, not like me, that that aren't a peasant, and they have like a lariat with the key and everything that doesn't take the turn key, it's push button. And a lot of people complain about the double honk. So like right here, double honk on leaving cabin. So if your truck's running and you leave with the key in your pocket, it's going to honk twice and scare you. Well, it comes enabled from the factory. So you click on that and you'd go down here and you'd say edit selected, and then you'd go up here and press disabled. Okay, so then I'm going to press that, and then I'll press OK for the check, and then it did that. And then I'll go down here where it says write, and now I'm going to write it, and it's going to say please confirm you want to write it. Yep, I do. So it's going to write it, a little status bar, and now it's going to tell me block program successfully, please cycle the ignition on and off. So you do that, and then you turn the truck on or turn it off and on again, and then it will reset those settings and you're good. So so next time you get out of the truck, it wouldn't honk twice on you. Sorry that the vehicle's trying to mess around. So let me turn mine back on. So that doesn't matter to me, so I'm just going to leave it back how it was because I don't need that. So, and if you want to do multiple things at a time, like you don't have to write it every time. So say I wanted to go down here and do something with double lock confirmation. I don't even know what that is. I could edit that, and I could go double, and then I could go OK, and then I could write it, and it would write the double honk leaving cabin and this one at the same time. So that's pretty cool. But I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to leave it how it was. But anyway, let's get on to Bambi mode. So I went ahead on mine and turned mine off just so I could show you what it is. So fog lights, if high beam is on. Right now from the factory, that's disabled because if you turn your high beams on, you can't have your fog lights on. Well, this is America. We can do what the hell we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to click that, and then we're going to go to edit selected, and then we're going to enable it. So now I'm going to do that. So now that I've enabled it, I can either go ahead and write the change right then or add other things. And I suggest when you're writing these changes, you write everything down because there is a way to get your as-built information back. It's actually easier now that they've done this. But so what I'm going to do is, so if I ever make a change, I would get on here and write fog lights. I would go BCM, fog light, if high beam is on, enabled. I would write down in a notebook my changes. Now you can save it and all that, but it's just easier for me. I'm not very computer good. So what I did now is just enabled Bambi mode. Fog light, if high beam is on, enabled. So let's go down here and write that. Now it's going to ask me, please confirm these changes. See, earlier I changed the double honk on leaving cabin to enabled it because I changed it already. I've got to change it back. So now we're just going to say it's going to write 2 at a time, so you don't have to do 1. So it's doing the double honk and the fog light if high beam is on. So right now, the old value is disabled. The new value, I'm fixing to enable that. So boom, it's going to write it. And then once again, it's going to ask me, block program successfully. Please cycle the ignition on and back off again. Okay, so turn the car off, open the door, let it reset. Your screen will go blank and all that. And then you'll start it back up or just crank the key again. Now I have just enabled Bambi mode. So when I'm driving, I can turn my fog lights on if my high beams are on because nobody cares about the person coming to you. Everybody else just wants to see themselves. But now let's go to another one. I should have had all this wrote down, but it's I only got so much time I can sit here and go over this stuff. There's so many things you can change. Okay, so TPMS, place card front PSI. Right at the factory, it's set at 45. So when it's lower than that, the light's going to come on. Well, say you don't want to ride in a concrete truck and you like yours at 40, but you don't want to have the TPMS light on. So you'd edit selected and you'd erase that value and put 40. Okay, then you'd press the check and then you'd go down here to write. Well, I'm just going to leave it because I keep mine at 50, so it doesn't matter. Let's see here. What's another? Let's see here. So I just did Bambi mode for y'all. That's a pretty. A lot of people like Bambi mode. I showed y'all the double honk. Let's see. As you can see, there's just tons and tons of stuff you can do. I don't even know half of this stuff, but So let's get out of here. So right here, you can see we're in the body control module. So let's go down here and press this little stop right here. So we stopped that. Now go up top where my mouse is at up here, and then press this, that little bar. So now we're back in the main thing. So let's go to the APIM configurations. So the old way, we'd have to go in here and do a spreadsheet, but nope, we can just go right here, the one that's not as built. APIM is like your screen and radio and stuff. So go down here and press play, and it's going to say, hey, this is sync 3. You could possibly mess it up. Yeah, well, whatever. So just okay that, and then now there's a bunch of stuff we can do. So let's see here. Let me close this real quick. I'm trying to hurry because I know, you know, these videos, it does take a while. So right here, I have a peasant. Let me turn this up right here. So you can see on my screen right now that I don't have a heated steering wheel. I don't even have a heated steering wheel in this truck because I'm a peasant. But if you got a heated steering wheel, let me scroll back down here. So let's see. So now I'm going to press this heated steering wheel icon, disabled. Okay. Well, let's see what that's all about. We're going to edit that, and we're going to go to enable that thing. So let's do the check mark and then go down here and press right. And it says old value, new value. Yep, I want to change it. So of course it's going to tell you, please cycle the ignition off and back on. Well, let's do that real quick. Open my truck, let it reset all the way. You can see I got this forward symbol right here. We'll change that later too. So now that it's reset, I'm going to shut my door back and turn my key back on. And then lo and behold, I got a heated steering wheel icon. That is useless to me because I'm a peasant, but other people might like that. You can also do your heated and cooled seats up there as well, but I don't have those either. So just pretty cool little change. You know, I don't even know where the heated steering wheel button is, but I know it ain't on the screen. So we just put that on the screen, which that's cool. So let's go down here. Let's see. Oh, I'm a little crooked. All right. So let's go down here. I'm just going to leave that, and I'll actually disable that because I don't need it on my screen. Edit selected, disable, yes. And then when I do something else, I'll change the I'll rewrite it. So let's go down here. So video on demand. I don't know what that is. I think that's like if you're driving and you want to look at your cameras, but I only have one camera. But don't quote me on that. So I'm not exactly sure. But okay, see right here where it says splash screen. Bronco, the Ford Bronco is actually one. I used to have mine on Raptor, so a lot of people were asking about that. So let's go down here and edit selected. And then all these different splash screens you can pick from. Now I come out here earlier and put it on Bronco because I saw online the Bronco one's freaking badass. But I've got the old version of Sync. There's a new updated version. So if you have like a 2020, I'm pretty sure you have the updated version, or maybe in 2019, you'll have the updated version, and then you can pick Bronco. But right now, let's just pick I'll put mine back on Raptor because I like Raptor. I had it on the Shelby Mustang one before, but we'll just put it on Raptor, and we'll go press this. So that, and then we'll go down here and we'll write that. Now it's going to write my heated steering wheel to disable it because remember I didn't write that at the last time. So it's going to write both of these at the same time. So click yes, and when it's done, let me scroll up, and now it says program successful. Please cycle the vehicle back on and off. It's still on the old Ford one, and it might, you know, sometimes it's not instant. So I got my truck door open right now, waiting for the whole thing to reset and shut down completely. And I have had it when I put it back on here, it doesn't. I have had it where it doesn't show Raptor right away. Like I need to drive around a couple times, like I hadn't had long enough time to reset, or I don't know what the deal is. But let's turn the truck off and see if the Raptor one. Let me open the door again. See if the nope. So see, it's still on Ford, but just know that it will change to Raptor. If like it should have already done it. Sometimes it just takes a while. Like I might need to start the truck, but before we get done with all this, I'll and see my steering wheel is still on there too, and I've already took it back off when we rewrote that. So I might need to start this thing. So let me try that real quick. So I've got it started. and maybe it just needs to reset. I probably should put it in park and drive for a second, or reverse or something. Let me see here. Let me pull up a little bit. So let me turn this, let it sit, and let me turn it off. And I'll take the key out, and let me open the door. And it literally should have already done it, but if you don't see it right away, don't be discouraged. Before this video is over, it'll show up, and if it doesn't, I'll drive around until it does. But and if it doesn't do it, and you're like, oh, what the heck, man, just it ain't no thing. So just go in here, and because I tried to do the steering wheel icon earlier today too, and it took me a couple times to get it off. But so I'm going to go back to. It sucks when you're trying to make a video and this stuff happens, but look, it's part of it. So here's the splash screen. I'm gonna edit that, and I'm gonna click it back on Raptor and this, and then I'm gonna say right, and it might say no changes. So it's already been done. It just hasn't updated on my screen yet. It might just take a couple more times. So let's try to, I think this visual design variants, I think that is your different themes, if I'm not mistaken. I just like it on Ford GT, the blue. But you can pick any other different ones you want, but I don't think you'll like any of them other ones. All right, so loud truck was coming. I stopped because you wouldn't have been able to hear anything. But under BCM where we were, another thing you can do is like courtesy wipe time. That's like like when you hit your windshield wipers, there's a courtesy wipe that's delayed. It's set from the factory at 2 seconds. You could edit that to, you know, whatever, 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. Change it if you want. It's a cool feature, but I don't find it necessary. But if you did, you could change it. So I mean, you can go through here and just try to pick and prod whatever things you think are cool. I think you can change the colors on like ambient light sensors, but I don't have ambient lighting, so none of that. If I did it, I wouldn't show you what's going on. But it's been a couple minutes since the truck went by, so let's see if it now. I turn my Bluetooth off because the phone will sit there and try to connect to it and you won't hear nothing. But let's see if now, when I turn the truck off, the Raptor's gone. The Raptor will show up when I come back. Let's see. Let me start this thing because this is on my nerves. I see that the heated steering wheel is off, so I know the Raptor should be coming up any time. So maybe I'm just not giving it enough time to reset. And somebody wants to weed eat. Like everywhere I go, I can't find a quiet spot. So let's see if. Yep, just broke my truck now. So that Raptor's up. So Raptor's up. That means we can have a Bush latte, because that's what we do with this channel, because it's COLTS way and I do what the hell I want. So now the heated steering wheel that we took off is gone as well. So just know that sometimes it just takes a little while, but it ain't no biggie. If the change don't show up instantly, give it just a little while and you'll be fine. But I'm going to disconnect this real quick and head back to the house. There's one more thing I want to show you. So like when you're ready to disconnect, so right now we're in the BCM module. We'll get out of this. I'll disconnect that, and then I'll go up here to this section up here, and then the bottom left right here where we connected, we'll press this disconnect. So that's disconnected. Now it says vehicle not connected. So now you're safe to like unplug everything and you're good. So you don't have to worry about nothing. But I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna run back to the house real quick, and my phone's about to die and I don't know why I left the charger, but I got one more thing to show y'all, so just stay tuned. All right guys, had to run home, get a quick charge real quick, but the last thing I wanted to show you is so say that you're like worried these changes are going to mess something up. You're not going to be able to remember your factory settings if you got to go back. Well, for one, if you change something, I don't know why you're wanting to go back to factory. You just made it better. But if you're worried about that, what you can do now is you can go to this down here at the bottom, this IPC. You got to go to the as built one. So you'll press play. It's going to say, hey, you can mess something up. Cool. Now what you can do is you can go down here where it says load factory AB, which is as built. So you'll hit that, and then it says factory as built file is not found. Would you like to download it? So Yeah, but you got to have internet, and I'm too far away from the house. But all you got to do is press yes, and then it's going to. Oh, I guess I do have internet. So it's downloading files from the internet, which I don't want it to do all this. Well, we'll just find out. Operation completely successful, or completed and successful. Okay, so that worked. Well, so it's not, I haven't changed anything, but I have all my factory. They must have downloaded it and got it from Ford's website. They dropped it on cloud. I don't know how that works. I'm not good at computers. I just know that now this is all the as-built stuff. So now I would go down here and I would press write all, and right down here, when I press that, everything would go back to factory, but I'm not going to do that. So, but that's just say if you're worried about losing your factory settings, that's the way you can get them back, and you probably don't even have to write anything down. But I've never once changed anything back. I mean, you know, I don't ever need to, but you can get your factory settings back. It ain't no big deal. So, but look, I'm gonna disconnect real quick. If you got any other little questions, but as you can see, you know, you're not gonna mess anything up. So, if you just keep track of what you change, you can change it back. And if you mess up totally completely, you can just go back to that IPC and as built, and then load the factory as built, like I just showed you. You just got to have internet connection. So, all right, y'all. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was in any way, please hit that sub button, like the video. You got any comments on how to do any other things? I can try to whip the computer out and see what I can do to change some settings and mess my truck up even more. No, I'm just kidding. But if you got any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. Some of these videos, I can only do so much to my truck. So, you know, I'm going to start trying to make some Ranger videos. And I'm going to start overlanding, camping in the truck. And then my wife, we just got her a new Nissan. Or it's not new, it's a 2019. It's four-wheel drive, it's sweet. But I'm going to start doing some videos on the Armada as well. But probably take my man out camping. We're going to stay out in the shell one of these days, do some videos like that. Here's all to you millennials get pissed off because I gave my dog some beer. Well, he likes lattes too. But look, I guess turn me into Peter or whatever you want to do, but he gonna drink with me. He my man. But look, if you got any questions, if you liked the video, if it helped you in any way, hit that like button, sub. I appreciate all y'all. I'm trying to grow the channel as best I can. But hit me up in the comments if you got any ideas for some new videos, or you need some help, or you're scared to mess with it, and I can try to walk y'all through. But until then, drink them lattes, and God bless.